Like a circle in a spin, like a wheel within a wheel, never ending every day, on an ever spinning reel, like a snowball down a mountain or a carnival balloon, like a carousel that's turning, running rings around the moon. Carnival. Right. Like a carousel that's turning, running rings around the moon. Like a clock whose hands are sweeping past the minutes of its face. And the world is like the apple, whirling silently in space.
It sounded really good. Oh, by the way. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I must have
I
done
know
something
that.
yesterday when I was doing all the household projects. I must have. I don't know.
Did you have any trees down or anything like that from the wind?
No. No, we got lucky this time.
I know it started dying at the derecho because they used it as an anchor point to winch things up, and it was about that big, and it had a little crack on the one side, so it stressed it.
Yeah, yeah.
But it went through the first 2 years, 3 years, just little leaves, and now it's like, I quit. And I went into what?
What kind of tree it is?
I think that one is. I think it's an ash. I think.
Oh, it's probably,
I don't think it's the ash borer.
you don't think it is?
No, because
So
we
our
just don't.
ash trees are dying.
Yes, yeah. Our neighbor has two big ash trees out front, and he's had the
Oh, they
injections
treated it?
around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We had so many in our forest, and we didn't
Yeah.
treat them. We used all of them. It's really sad. But you don't think that's what it is in your tree?
No, just because I know that tree was abused. It was
Yeah.
so young and healthy. It wasn't an older, bigger tree. It was young and healthy. But I watched it give and when they went stuff in. I thought, you gotta get this done.
Yeah, right.
So are we doing just line and road somewhere?
That's right, and that's A to B.
While you're singing.
While you're
That'd be
singing.
great.
That would be Mel, wouldn't it be?
Yeah, while you're that'd be great.
Thank you, Sally. You want to put up the prelude thing, please, people in the back? People, there we go. Are you ready, Tracy? No. 2, 3, 4. Okay, here we go. And 1.
Round like a circle in a spiral, like a wheel within a wheel, never ending or beginning on an ever spinning reel, like a snowball down a mountain or a carnival balloon, like a carousel that's turning, running rings around the moon, like a clock whose hands are sweeping past the minutes of its face, and the world is like an apple whirling silently in space, or circles that you find in the windmills of your mind, like a tunnel that you follow to a tunnel of its own, down a hollow in a cavern where the sun has never shone, like a door that keeps revolving in a half-forgotten dream, or the ripples of a pebble when someone tosses in a stream, like a clock whose hands are sweeping past the minutes of its face, and the world is like an apple whirling silently in space, and the circles that you find in the windmills of your mind. Keys a jingle in your pocket, words a jangle in your head. Why did summer go so quickly? Was it something that you said? Lovers walk along the shoreline, their footprints in the sand. Is a sound of distant drumming just the fingers of your hand? Pictures banging on the hallway and the fragments of a song have remembered names and faces, but to whom do they belong? When you knew that it was over, you were suddenly aware that the autumn leaves were turning to the color of her hair. Like a circle in a spiral, like a wheel within a wheel, never ending or beginning on an ever-spinning reel, as the images unwind, like the circles that you find in the windmills of your mind. That's a mouthful.
Power. Hey, we have power. That was beautiful, Tracy. Thank you. That just just so floaty and dreamy. I loved it. Welcome, everyone. Good morning. My name is Laura Mead, and I'm a longtime member here, and just love to be here and love to see all of you from this perspective. It's just really, really cool just to see your smiling faces and the energy that you bring. So welcome. We appreciate your presence here in our spiritual home and the energy you bring to this community. So thanks for joining us. And we welcome our live streamers, hello out there, and we invite you to know that you are connected heart to heart and soul to soul with all of us, and know that we're here to support you on your spiritual journey as well. Now we'll extend a warm welcome to all the guests that are here. See some new faces. Be sure to take a look at the welcome brochure. It looks like this. It was out on the front table, and inside is a guest survey. So you can take that and scan the QR code now, or you can put the guest survey in the offertory when it comes around later in the service. So thanks for joining us, and I hope that we'll see you again. Welcome. Our speaker today, big treat here, is Ruth Geary. Yay! I have two sentences here. It's like, how can you only have two sentences for Ruth? You know, Ruth is a longtime congregant and active on the grounds and garden team. She also assists with the live streaming each Sunday. And. So there's a lot more there. So, and then officially welcome our guest musician, Tracy Price. Along with the Unity Band of Nina Swanson, Angela Dooley, way back there, Tom Zimmerman, Don Oliver, and Ben Fauschenpar. So, and I was listening to a couple of other Unity services online, and nothing compares to our music that we have. Nothing. We've got it. So, yeah. Even the big churches, the huge ones, no comparison. We've got it. So now the kids are taking a break from Sunday school this July. The small kids, the teens are still meeting, but not today, next week. But so normally we'd be singing them off to the youth ministry, but I think we can still bless them and sing. Are we still going to do that? We can do that. Let's go ahead and bless our children wherever they are, and join me in saying the blessing. We love you. We bless you. We behold the light in you. And now we'll sing Walking in the Light.
We are walking in the light, in the light, in the light. We are walking in the light of God. In the light, 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 in the light of God.
All right, please stand now for our invocation and our opening song.
There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in me. God the good, God the good, God the good, omnipotent.
3, 4.
I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here.
Susan. Susan. I know. Just always greeting. And before we get into all the announcements, we have just a quick little minute here from Susan Liddell.
Hey, good morning. So I really want to take this moment to acknowledge the folks who worked at Pride yesterday, particularly Rachel, who I don't see is here, but I hope she listens to this and hears how much she was appreciated and how much work goes into putting a Pride booth together. She worked tirelessly. I know she was here the night before putting things together, and I know she was probably here Saturday morning as well. So if you served in the Pride booth yesterday, please stand. The UCR Pride booth, I should say. Look at this. Look at it. Look at it. If you stay standing. If you attended Pride yesterday, please stand. See, look, there we go. Thank you all.
Thank you, Suzanne. As I mentioned a little while ago, the youth and family ministry classes are taking a break during the month of July. And we do have a table in the back of the sanctuary with coloring pages and quiet activities for any children that do come. And we will resume our regular classes in August.
I'm sorry, if you were the Grand Marshal of the Pride Parade, could you please stand up?
Okay, yes. Live streamers, for those of you who missed that, we just recognized the Grand Marshal of the Pride Parade, which was Susan Liddell, who was just up here a minute ago. So that's what all the cheering and clapping was for. Today, immediately after the service, we're going to stay right here in the sanctuary for a brief informational community meeting. And you'll stay and just learn the latest about what's going on at UCR. And then we're going to move to the community room and have brunch and watch the Indiana Fever on this wall. The Spirit Space Book Study just started a new book. It's not too late to join the group. It's on Thursdays at 10:30 in the morning. The new book is called Understanding Your Soul, The Channeled Wisdom of Jesus by Christine M. Bush. So that's Thursday at 10:30. Speaking of books, we have a few new books that have been added to our used book sale in the lobby. There are many offerings on life after death, astrology, and authors like Wayne Dyer, Edgar Cayce, and more. So all the proceeds go to Unity CR. And please take some time, look through them, and you just give whatever you want to give. You don't have to do anything because it's not going to last very long. So we need to make some room for new things. So please go ahead and look at those books and take what you want and increase your own library, yes. Next week, our guest speakers are Barb Buchanan and Paula Land, who will lead us in a special healing service. And I've been doing a lot of healing work myself, both thinking globally and personally, and so yeah, this is a great time to have a healing service for all of us. If you have a prayer request today, your prayer partners are Jan and Susan, and they will meet you they're in the back there right now, but they will meet you in the prayer room over here after the service. And now we will sing the Congregational Song, This Little Light.
Okay. Let's all stand. One more time. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Hide it under a bushel, no, I'm gonna let it
As you know, I have many years with the kids, and those I have to do the hand motions to that song. Just have to do it. It's right there. And then also last night, there's a little side. Sorry. Last night we went for a walk later in the evening, and the fireflies are everywhere. It's so beautiful. It was just so perfect. They're just everywhere. It's just little lights popping up everywhere. So really cool. All right. Now, please join me in our statement of purpose. Unity is a positive path for spiritual living. We gather to create an experience of spirit. At Unity CR, we offer practical teachings that empower abundant and meaningful living. Meeting you right where you are, we endeavor to provide a variety of ways to support your path of spiritual living. Our mission is to provide spiritual awareness and share the wonder and joy of God's love. And now for the daily word. The word of the day is courage. And let's read the affirmation together. God within me is the source of my courage. Worrisome and challenging events may leave me thinking I don't have the courage to face them. What I'm going through may feel like too much to bear. Then I remind myself that as a divine being, I have all the courage I could ever need. How I view myself has a strong bearing on how I handle moments of stress. If I tell myself I'm weak or unable to cope, that will probably be my experience. But if I affirm that God within is my power to rise above any worldly situation, I will feel courageous, empowered, and strong. Stressful moments may leave me feeling alone and afraid. With the presence and power of God within me, I realize I am never alone and I need not fear. This is the source of my courage. The Bible verse for this is, I hereby command you, be strong and courageous. Do not be frightened or dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. And that is from Joshua chapter 1, verse 9.
You'll be in a world of pure imagination. Take a look and you'll see into your imagination. We'll begin with a spin, traveling in a world of my creation, and what we'll see will defy explanation. If you want to view paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to, do it. You want to change the world, there's nothing to it. There is no life I know to compare with pure imagination. Living here, you'll be free if you truly wish to be. We'll begin with a spin, traveling in a world of my creation, and what we'll see, it will defy explanation. If you wanna view paradise, just simply look around and view it. Anything you want to do it. Wanna change the world, there's nothing to it. There is no life I know to compare with pure imagination. Living there, you'll be free if you truly wish to be.
Thank you so much, and thank you all for being here today with me. I really appreciate it. But I couldn't ask for a better support team than Tracy and Angela and Tom and Don and Nina and Ben. Last Sunday, I talked with Nina about how we were going to pick the songs and how we were going to work out the order of service. And I realized that I had forgotten one of the most important Imagine songs. So the band is going to help me here. Ready? Okay, here we go.
1, 2.
It's like my imagination running away with me. Oh, come on, guys, you can sing louder than that. It was just my imagination running away with me.
We got it.
Just my imagination.
Okay, here's the notes.
Oh, you're going to give us notes?
Once again. Okay, everybody. It was
Just my imagination once again, running away with me. It was just my imagination running away with me.
Yay.
Cut, that's it. You know, when I was growing up, let's see if I can get there we go. When I was growing up and a young girl, I was in love with Motown. Absolutely in love with Motown. I would practice the Temps moves in front of the big mirror in my bedroom until my mom told me to stop. And I wanted to be a Supreme because I wanted to wear one of those glittery gowns and have feather boas. But I soon came to realize that this wasn't going to be because I wasn't living in Detroit. So I had to kind of let that go. My next daydream was about Dr. King. You have to remember that there were 3 television stations at this time, ABC, NBC, and CBS, and every night you would have something about Dr. King. And then the local news would follow, and you'd have something else about Dr. King. So I was inundated with what was happening in Alabama, in Selma, Birmingham, all those places. Now, you got to remember, I'm 13 years old, 13. And so 2 years before that, my family had taken a trip through the deep south. We'd gone from Texas to the panhandle of Florida. So we had done that, and then later in that same summer, we had gone to Washington, D.C. So we had done those things. Martin Luther King was on the TV all the time, and I knew that we could, also voting. Voting was very important in my family. We talked about voting since I was little. So I just grew up knowing that everybody should vote. There was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So there you got three things running around in my head at the age of 13. So I went to my parents and I said, you know, we haven't taken our family vacation yet this year. So could we just go down to Alabama and be with Dr. King and go and help him register voters and just go down there? And they looked at me. My dad went to the edge of his chair. My mom froze. I've never seen her look like a statue before. She just froze. And after this pause to me seemed like it was months long, but you know, it wasn't that long. And so my dad said, you know, that would be really dangerous. And I'm thinking, what? Pish. I didn't say that out loud, though. And then my mom finally loosened up a little and said, no, Ruth, that's really, really going to be dangerous. Well, if anybody knows me, you know how persistent I could be. So we exchanged some words about how, no, this needed to be our family vacation. And what were they thinking? It wasn't that dangerous, and we should just do this. Well, I was vetoed, but that didn't stop me. Every night before I went to sleep, I started planning how I could join Dr. King. I would lay there and think, okay, we go to my grandparents', which is on Highway 61. Now, I'd already have my bag packed, and I could just sneak out in the middle of the night and hitchhike on Highway 61 down to Highway 30. And at Highway 30, I could hitchhike either to St. Louis or Chicago. Now, that's when I fell asleep, because that's as far as I got planning this. But I didn't stop. And thinking back on this as an adult, my grandparents lived on a farm, and they were in their late 50s at this time. And I can't believe that I would even make it out the front door of that house, because if I went down to the kitchen to get a glass of water, if I was down there too long, my grandma would come down in her nightgown and say, is everything all right? Are you okay? So I don't even think I would have made it out the front door. But I did spend a lot of time daydreaming, imagining that I could be with Dr. King, as well as being a temptation. So daydreaming. How many here daydream? How many here daydream? Every day? Once a week? I think daydreaming is wonderful. And people who are of sound mental capacities. Can you help me out back there, Lisa? Thank you. Or sound mental health, and that's an important point here. It's fun. It relieves stress. It enhances creativity, and it can be used in problem solving. When I was in college, we played this wonderful game of what if. And there were no rules. It was just, what if, because I can walk through air and I can't see air, if I can see through a glass window, why can't I walk through that too? And then problem solve around what you've just proposed. So the what if game was lots and lots of fun. And I always called this imagining. What are we going to imagine? And I love that Walt Disney did this, because when he hired people, he called them Imagineers. Now, how powerful is that someone who hires you says, and now you're one of my Imagineers? I mean, how powerful to be given the power of imagination, that he was turning you loose to be an Imagineer. We also have these wonderful Imagineers in our own history. One of them is Goldie Cook Richardson. She imagined, did we go too far? Maybe not. We'll just do this. Charles Fillmore, who I felt was a very thoughtful, scholarly man, he came up with the 12 powers. And June's power is the power of imagination. And I got to wondering why, knowing he was a thoughtful person, why he put it sixth in the line of what these are. And I looked at faith, which you have up there right now. And faith, which is January, is faith gives me courage to persevere without knowing the ultimate outcome. And then came strength. Come on. There we go. Oh, well, that's okay. We'll do that. Strength is the determination that holds me steady and bolsters my courage. And then we have wisdom, which is March. When I draw from inner wisdom, I know the right course of action. Then we have love, April love. I radiate love wherever I go. And then I love May, because May is the power of power. I just love that phrase. Power is self-mastery and spiritual presence. And then we come to June, which is imagination. My imagination is free to play, visualize, and set my course. Now, I would find it hard if we didn't have those first 5 powers that give us faith, which looks to the outcome, strength, which gives us courage, wisdom, which takes the right course of action, love in all things that we do, and then power, which is also self-mastery, and then we use imagination. So it takes all 5 of those to make imagination come to fruition, because to truly follow your imagination, I feel that you need those things. And we can see these in our own history, starting with Goldie Cook Richardson, who was the founder of Cedar Rapids Unity in 1924. And I'm going to read a little bit to you, because it says it better than I can. On August 4th, 1924, Goldie Cook Richardson was awakened from a sound sleep to feel the call of the Father, excuse the pronouns, but this is how it was written at that time, to come into his field of service. This was the 3rd call that she had received. At 17 and 24, Mrs. Richardson had been called, but smothered the voice, refusing to listen. The time of this call was too clear to set aside. It was too definite. There was much adherence to the Father's plan for her. And in the morning, she talked with her mother about it, and then that led her to the Unity School in Kansas City, where they counseled her and urged her to follow this vision. And she went on to imagine what we now have as Unity Center of Cedar Rapids. Another role model for imagining is the Fillmores, Charles and Myrtle. Excuse me, I'm going to take a drink here. They moved to Kansas City from Colorado in 1884. They brought little with them from Colorado in terms of prosperity, except the determination to succeed in Kansas City, which was in the midst of a building boom. So Charles immediately opened a real estate office. In a very short time, he was more prosperous than he'd ever been before in his life, and the prosperity challenge was met and surmounted, at least temporarily. But health was another matter. Neither the Fillmores were very strong, and Myrtle's condition was deteriorating rapidly. The clean mountain air of Colorado had been good for her respiratory difficulties. But a return to the Midwest and its dampness had resulted in a flare-up of tuberculosis, complicated by the fevers of malaria. Myrtle did not have the spiritual awareness then that she was later to develop, so she placed her faith in doctors and medicine rather than God. Lowell Fillmore recalled many years later, and he was the youngest son of the Fillmores, that his mother was constantly dosing herself with medicine and that she inflicted the foul stuff on the others of the family too. Ultimately, doctors said that she could not be cured and there was nothing else they could do. Myrtle and Charles talked about returning to Colorado, thinking that her health might improve there again. But Charles had a dream about this time that convinced him they should stay in Kansas City.
He dreamed he would be some kind of great work in the Kansas City area, and the destinies of the Fillmores depended on the staying in Kansas City. After the dream, he recalled that he had a similar dream earlier, telling him Kansas City was their home and a place for great work of some kind. Now, this is 2 years later. By the spring of 1886, it appeared that Myrtle's life was ending. She had clutched at any straw, and together she and Charles attended virtually every health-oriented lecture given in the area. And then she too had a dream. In this, she heard voices calling to her, and she saw hands beckoning her to the other plane of existence. Shortly after this experience, but she knew her love of staying with her family was too strong. And so shortly after this experience, a lecturer by the name of Dr. E.B. Weeks from the Illinois Metaphysical College came to Kansas City, and Dr. Weeks was trained by Emma Curtis Hopkins, we know that name, one of the foremost metaphysicians of her time. And this brought a great truth to Myrtle. As she left the lecture that night, one sentence illumined the very depths of her soul, and that was, "I am a child of God, and therefore I do not inherit sickness." And slowly, as she let this truth sink into her conscious mind, she understood that all her life she had been told that she inherited tuberculosis from her parents and that she was born to be ill and suffer and die prematurely. Well, she no longer believed that. And she took time in seclusion, and she imagined that Jesus was sitting across from her in a chair, and she visualized him being there, and she talked with him, and she read scripture, and in 2 years' time, she was healed. And also Charles' healing, he became better, but this was not his final healing. So there she used the power of her imagination to see Jesus and to commune with him, because she knew she was a child of God and that she did not inherit illness. And then a little closer to home, we can look at what we've done in the gardens. The garden team, we had a vision. We had an imagining. And with the help of one another and sharing our dreams and imaginings, we now have the gardens that you see today. When Reverend Deborah was here, she was very, very interested in having more children come and the youth program be more vibrant. And she said, the first thing, though, we've got to do is we've got to clean those classrooms. And so Arlene and Suzanne and myself worked on cleaning out those rooms. We also got the 2 cabinets that are there now, so we could organize those things. And they brought me a big box of crayons and markers and such, and I spent a whole day testing them to see if they worked, because I didn't want any child to pull out something that didn't work for them. So I went through those, and I was helping them clean the toys in the nursery, and we were standing looking out that window. And I said, wouldn't it be wonderful for the children to see colorful flowers and plants as they looked out that window? And Arlene just took that idea and ran with it. And so together, she and I put together the flower boxes that you see today, the zinnias that are coming up. We did our best to give the children's garden and the people in the nursery something beautiful to look at and appreciate. So when that was going on, I was looking at where the ornamental crabs are. And at that time, this would be about 4.5 years ago, it was just a mess of weedy grass that didn't belong in dappled shade. And all I could think that belonged there were hosta. And so I said, we're going to make a hosta garden. Is that okay with you, Reverend? And she said, yes. And I said, do you want them all to look alike, or can we just do whatever? And she said, do whatever. And so I think you probably all remember when I called for the congregation to bring in hosta when they were working in their gardens. And also some of you, I think Nina brought us a daylily, and we planted those. And so now you see, after 4 years of us imagining and following our vision, what you have out there as the hosta garden and the children's garden. And others took the lead on the entry garden and the prayer garden over here, and then the prayer pole. That was something that Paula adopted. So we all have now had a better vision of what the grounds could look like. That's how we imagine it, and our imagination is coming true. So I want to conclude with asking something of you, and that is, I want you to look deep down inside yourself and ask your authentic self, who can I envision? Who can I imagine myself being today? And listen to what your authentic self tells you. And we've had some good examples of this morning. Walk out of the house humming, "This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine." Or, I'm in a world of my imagination. Or later we will sing this, but what a wonderful day like today. Or what a wonderful day, not a cloud in the sky. Putting forth the positive that is you. I start my every morning with gratitude. I have a group of women that I send my gratitudes to. And some days it's really hard to dig down and find that gratitude. But when you start and say, I am grateful for, and sometimes you just start out with today, but once you let that start flowing, you find dozens of things that you want to write that you're grateful for. I'm grateful for the improving health of my brother-in-law. I'm grateful for. So we send that out. And then long ago and far away, when we were in my 20s and we were in the midst of how you should love everybody, and I had a hard time with that because love for me is a very wounded word. But I knew I could be kind. I knew that I could say, I leave my house and I am going to be kind to everybody I meet. I was in a job that required me to smile all summer long, and that was part of welcoming people to the University of Iowa. And so my smile was, welcome to the University of Iowa. And then I got the job here, and my smile was, welcome to my spiritual home. Now my smile is, when I smile, you are safe to be with me. You are safe to be near me. And that's what my smile now means. But those are my intentions. Those are my imaginings. And I offer to you the same type of thing. When you walk out today, I will be kind today. I will be a good listener. Maybe you have a business meeting, and being a good listener is a good thing to affirm to yourself. So I will be humble. Maybe you're bumping up against something, and now you're going to be humble. I'm silently bless everyone I encounter. Find that in your authentic self, and when you leave, take that with you. And the things may not be the same every day. You may change them from day to day. But find one and take that out with you when you go out. And when I say today I will be kind, sometimes I don't leave the house, and that means I need to be kind to myself. I need to not push when my leg hurts. I need to not push when I have a headache. I need to be kind to myself because that's where things start. Be kind to yourself. So I was looking for this quote and from Gandhi, Mahatma Gandhi. And the top one is the one I was looking for because I wanted to make sure I had the words right. You must be the change you wish to see in the world. You must be the change you wish to see in the world. And then secondly, I found this. In a gentle way, you can shake the world. And he was a very gentle man. So with that thought, I would like to move to meditation. And the band is going to sing for us. But sometimes when we sing words, we don't always hear them. And John Lennon was a perfect example of the imagining. And so I'm going to read the words, and then we're all going to sing together. Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us, above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for. No religion, too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us. and in the world will be as one.
Two, three, four. Thank you.
Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. With no hell below us, above us only skies. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. With nothing to kill or die for, and no religion too. Just imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you will join us, and the world will be as one. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. With no need for greed or hunger, a brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world, sharing all the world. You may say that I'm a dreamer, but I am not the only one. I hope someday you will join us, and the world will live as one, and the world will live as one, and the world will be as one.
Wow, thank you. Thank you to the band, and especially thank you to Ruth. What a great message. That's wonderful. While the ushers are coming forward, we invite everyone to hold their love offering for a blessing. And we invite those of you online to make your contribution at unitycr.org. We bless these baskets and the abundance they will soon receive. We see them as symbols of the potential available to all of us. As we participate in this sacred act of giving and receiving, we give abundantly, we receive thankfully, and we give again generously. Please join me in the offertory statement. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am grateful.
I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful for all that I am. I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful, I am so blessed. Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful for all that I am. I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful, I am so blessed, I am so grateful, I am so blessed.
Freely we give, and gratefully we receive. We dedicate and consecrate these tithes, gifts, and offerings to the will, the work, and the way of the Christ as it expresses through this ministry of love and service. And now we bless the prayer intentions. We surround these members of our spiritual community who made known their prayer requests with our loving thoughts and prayers. We affirm and know that each person is blessed with wisdom and discernment, health and wholeness, and prosperity in good measure. We release these requests, trusting that all is well. Amen. Just a couple of reminders before we close. We stay in this room right after the service for an informational meeting, and then we'll have brunch and the fever game in the community room. So now please stand for the closing song, Let There Be Peace on Earth.
1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 2. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every breath I take, let this be my joyful vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally.
light of God surrounds us.
I am the light of God.
The love of God enfolds us.
I am the love of God.
The power of God protects us.
I am the power of God.
The presence of God watches over us.
I am the presence of God.
Wherever I am, God is.
Okay, we all have this wonderful song to sing together.
Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. My, oh my, what a wonderful day. Plenty of sunshine heading my way. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. Mr. Bluebird on my shoulder. It's a fact, it's actual. Everything is satisfactual. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. Wonderful feeling, wonderful day.
Okay, bring it up a notch.
Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. My own